Ahoy there, Commanders. Hopefully you're having a great first day of spring or autumn, depending on what hemisphere we are in. It is the 1st of September after all. We've got our 49 warriors all ready and cooked up, and we are taking on Dr. Terra today on the Terra stage, on the Volcano that is. Let's go ahead and scout him out first, because these ones are much more difficult usually than the first Terra stage, or the tropical ones. Alright, so over here, we've got quite a few defenses for a Terra Stage 1, I must say. I think what I'm going to do is come around the right-hand side up top. That should put us in a good position. So what I'm going to do is drop one boatload of my warriors. What I also will do is, let's see, I think I'll wait it out. I might use one or two artillery on that cannon just to get rid of it, because I need to get rid of the point defenses. Now let's see, are my guys going to split left? No, they all go straight to the rocket launcher, which is actually quite good. Alright, very nice. I'll go ahead and flare them over here, shock both those sniper towers, and shock the stuff on the left, and we've got more than enough gunboat energy to... Well, we only used up 5 gunboat energy, so using just 7 warriors should be more than enough. And I like to waste my gunboat energy right at the end, just because who doesn't like to celebrate, right? Alright, so we get an extra dark shard, which I wasn't expecting, but it's still very nice. Go a long way into helping us go through the game a little bit quicker. One of the more interesting things about the game is that the whole crystal mechanic isn't really a pay-to-win type of mechanic, which seems a little bit strange as well, considering, you know, Supercell want to make money and all, and they could potentially make a lot of money by selling people the ability to get crystals and all of that stuff, but it's kind of good that they don't, because that way the leaderboards would be whoever's got the most money would be able to be the best, because you can just invest in those ice crystals and you'd be doing fairly well for yourself. What I'm going to do is, as soon as these guys come back... Oh, we are going to lose a guy or two. Oh, that was... Oh, we did lose another guy. Alright, so... It's only really that shock launcher that is going to be able to get us, though. Let's see if... I'm tempted to drop another boatload. You know what? I will. Alright, so that's 14 warriors used up for this. So I don't want to lose too many of my guys. That's why I had to drop that boatload. But let's continue getting all this gunboat energy. Doing it for you guys that are a lot lower level. Alright. I'm going to flare right next to headquarters. Oh, lost another guy. Those damn cannons. Look at them go. Now hopefully that flare was good enough. Indeed it was. Alright. Pretty sure the cannon won't be able to get to us. I'll go ahead and shock the shock launcher. And that should be pretty much all I can get to us. Even that mortar can't shoot off, which is pretty good. So what? We lost 3 warriors. Definitely taking my sweet time with these first stages though. Let's go shoot off some barrages and they magically disappear, but we also get an intel piece. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just quickly cook up those 3 guys that went missing. We don't have anything boosted, by the way. Wonder how many people watch these first couple of stages and how many watch the final couple of stages. I'd imagine it's a lot more that just tune in right at the end. Alright, we are definitely going on the left-hand side yet again. This is where I'm going to start dropping off a bit more of my warriors though. I will drop 3 landing craft. So what's that? That's about 18. Yeah, it is 18. And thankfully they all move off exactly where I wanted them to. It's the crystal solution. Although, now I'm going to have to flare them to the left. And they should just harvest all their gunboat energy, and then we'll do the same thing that we did in stage 2 by moving up the top of the map. Must suck for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere though, summer being over. I mean, I much prefer, maybe not summer, but I much prefer spring and autumn though, to be honest. Summer in Australia, at least in Sydney, where I live, is incredibly hot, usually. I remember there were lots of people complaining on British news about how hot 35 degrees is. That's pretty much a typical Australian day summer. So it definitely does get very, very warm over here. Let's go ahead and try to do one shock right in between the shock launcher and sniper tower. And indeed we can do that. I'll just go ahead and just chuck a heck of a lot of heals. Even though that's not necessary, I just don't want to lose that one warrior that's getting shot by the sniper tower. Alright. Easy pickings. First 3 stages. Pretty much for all of you guys at a lower level. Here is when we start getting into the real thick part of the game. Let's go ahead and check out Terror Stage 4. And, oh, level 20 headquarters already with 252,000 health. Alright. It's a very interesting layout, I've got to say as well. Alright, so we're going to be going up the left-hand side. I'm going to have to clear all these mines out, I think. Maybe we can use this boom cannon as an anchor. Alright, we're also going to get rid of these supplies. So, let's have a look. I think these are the only supplies that we'll be able to really pick off. What I'll do is I'll actually use a artillery shell. So I'll get 3 here and 2 here. Alright, that's good enough. 80 gunboat energy is more than enough. And then we'll go ahead and drop a barrage over here, and hopefully, and indeed it does get rid of the boom mines within the vicinity. What I could do is send an artillery in there. Even though that probably isn't possible for a lot of you guys at a lower level, but what I'm going to do is double smoke the beach, which, to be quite honest, looking at it, it's actually not necessary at all to double smoke the beach. Go ahead and smoke to that cannon. Then once they get near, smoke back to the headquarters, and none of those boom cannons should be within range of us, which they are not. And you don't even really need to shock over here. They're just point defenses. You're just going to end up losing like a couple more warriors than normal, but well, then what you'd typically get, because those point defenses can pick off your warriors in one shot, but we haven't suffered any losses there, so that's what those shocks were there for. I mean, we would have definitely won that, no matter how much strength you would have had. It was pretty easy. It's more that I didn't want to lose anyone. Alright, so Terror Stage 5 is an interesting one. We do have all these supplies on the right hand side. There's one bunch of supplies there, so we'll give that a miss. Alright. So I'm thinking we're going to flare to the sniper tower maybe. Very difficult for a Terror Stage 5, I've got to admit, but let's go give this a shot. Because both those shock launchers are going to be able to reach. I didn't check the headquarters health either though, did I? Silly old me. We definitely will do that for stages 6 and 7, don't you worry. Alright, so let's check this out. How should I aim my barrage? On the very right hand side I'll do. So I get those boom mines. Okay. Send all my guys in, and I will send them in over here. Managed not to lose anyone. Very surprising. And then I'll go ahead and flare my guys just past the headquarters as usual. And once they get near onto the headquarters, Oh dear, I had a bit of a sneeze and, well, I think you guys saw what happened. I pressed like an accidental heal and all sorts of things were happening. So we suffered quite a few losses there, which is a bit funny, but that is the joys of recording live, I guess. Having a sneeze during a recording, but hopefully you guys, well, you guys weren't here because I edited it out, but hopefully you guys won't mind that strategy. Hopefully it showed you roughly how to do that stage. But let's get into the real meat of things with Terror Stages 6 and 7. Alright, welcome back to Stage 6, and unfortunately I forgot to record, or at least I did record, but it didn't go through. I've boosted my troop damage masterpiece for Stage 6 as well, so let's go ahead and have a look at my attacks. As you can see, I did fail at it quite a few times, but I did manage to destroy Terror Stage 6 rather easily this last time that we attacked it. So it's got 310,000 health as well for the headquarters. I do remember that. I'll go ahead and place a barrage right to the left of the sniper tower, the left foot of the sniper tower. We also use a artillery shell in between these two mines and the ominous hatch. And then I go ahead and flare to the machine gun and drop our warriors one by one in landing craft. Also go ahead and smoke the machine gun. Now it's important to smoke the second smoke close to the first one, because otherwise that flamethrower and all those machine guns are going to do a lot of damage. And we'll just go ahead and flare up to that supply point, as well as obviously smoking our way there. And then the headquarters once we get there. And I managed to keep all my guys up alive over here, which I was very impressed by. Although there might have been one casualty, I don't think there was. Then I go use 2 shocks and a heal, and we just wait it out. With our troop damage masterpiece, we are doing more than enough damage just to leave it at that. I think I also chucked in artillery just because I had that left over. But it seems like it was very simple for me, but believe me, it was far from it, because look at how many times I lost. So that's Terror Stage 6. Now we are up to Terror Stage 7, which we are hopefully going to do live. Let's go ahead and check it out. It's 331,000 gold. It's pretty good. Although no resource reward boost today. So headquarters has got what? Wow. 450,000 health. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to even get close to that, especially with only one boost. So what I'm going to do is go straight up the guts, I think. Maybe flare onto the flamethrower. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. And also get rid of all these mines. We're going to flare a couple of times. We're going to so run out of gunboat energy, it's not even funny. But look at how weird this map is. It's very strange. I guess they put all these defenses all over on one side just to build up the amount of buildings, so you can get some good crystals and all that. But anyways, let's go ahead and aim slightly to the left of center, and hopefully that will get rid of all the boom mines. Oh, well, that was a fail. We also hit the 10% left on our iPhone, which is no good, but alright, got rid of those mines there. 55 gunboat energy already gone. So let's go ahead and chuck our guys in. I'm not sure where we should actually chuck them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw them in all over here. Definite change of plans. We're going to lose a few guys just like so. Oh, it actually wasn't all that bad. Next up on our agenda is I'm going to flare next to the headquarters, so they go relatively in a straight line. Oh god, we're getting absolutely obliterated. And let's just go ahead and get one shock ready. One measly shock. Going to aim it to the right. Jeez, we've already lost a good 30 or so warriors. Oh man. Yeah, wow. There's just no chance of me getting that today, no matter how much I boost. So that is that. Unfortunately, I'm level 18 as well, so no critters for me. But that's how I'd recommend doing the first 6 stages of Dr. Terror. The last stage, wouldn't really have a clue. But until next time though guys, hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you again I don't think tomorrow, because Hammerman attacks us, and you can see my defenses are very low. But we'll see at least for another Doctor Terror.